A lot of bosses. So we got a couple of like these like little treasure bodies over here. It's really annoying too because my cursor will end up highlighting one and be like, oh my god, there is something over here. And then I'll totally not be able to find it because it just blends in with the rest of the environment. Okay, it looks like it was just some sort of outcropping there. Nice. Yeah, man, so far this build is working out really well. Though I got some really bad placement right there. Run away!
Can't do that.
There's so many things going on that when my skeletons start going down, I don't see it right away. There's so many different things you got to pay attention to in micro. Better armor here. But look at that, plus 119 health. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna have to do it. It's just gonna have to happen. Plus 1 to Bone Harvest. That would be pretty ridiculous if I was using Bone Harvest, but we're not. I will keep it aside though for any kind of future build like I've been doing. I wonder if this side area is like actually going to lead to something, or if it's like its own inclusive area, because I was under the assumption that it was going to be the latter and not the former. But if we're looking at, oh yeah, it is, okay, because it kind of looked like it was actually going to connect over here, but I was wrong. So it's just basically Treasure Box Island with some boss monsters. Hey, look at that. Picked up my first epic offhand. Look at that, we got another epic. Another monster down. I wasn't even paying attention to. That's how good this build is right now. Got another rare component. Alright, so what did we all pick up? It was a shield. Devil's Grin. Plus 1 to all skills in occultist. No! Oh, that's so awesome. It's so good. But it's the wrong goddamn class, which makes it so bad. Storm Scorched Shoulder Guards. So if I equip these things, it'd be a slight reduction in my base armor, but holy Christ, look at all these awesome modifiers. Although I'm not level 30 yet. Well, there's our first weapon upgrade. Oh, hey, look at that. Here's a clear upgrade to my boots. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, Explorer Set, but I just can't justify keeping you equipped. This is not gonna happen. Alright, so there's no real reason for me, I think, to backtrack here, is there? There is like one little section over here I want to double check something on. Okay, so just looking at that like little gray spot over here where the mausoleum was. So there's no reason for us to backtrack, so what I should do is just TP back home. And before we go anywhere, I need to...
You're back. Is there anything I can help you with? Oh, that paltry stuff.
So I'm assuming that she's not going to be able to do her mojo unless the thing's
Need
unequipped.
something broken down?
Oh, don't equip it. So what does salvage do? Oh, okay. So I got the option here. Okay, never mind. I was looking at the dismantle feature and thinking that was something else, but never mind. I want to keep the add-on. Yes. And then wherever my I'm pretty sure it was that gun. It's pretty sure it's the only one that I could have equipped, right? Yeah. Okay. So. Sir, yes, sir.
Goodbye for now.
And then we'll go to the vendor. No, they didn't change the colors on the items. I'm playing with a mod that changes the affixes. It actually like colors some of them. So, for instance, it colors the affixes based upon what it is. So every affix has a level to it. Like, for instance, there might be like a plus to how much gold you get or something like that. And then there'd be like the tiered system where you'd have like item level 1 through 30, it would be like level 1. And then from 31 to what, like 50 something would be 2. And then from, you know, it'd be like that sort of thing, right? So you'd figure one of these modifiers would be either magical or rare, and obviously they would have a corresponding colors. And then basically what this mod does, like for instance this does, so Demolitionist is a prefix, but it's a magical prefix, whereas Of Death's Chill is a magical, or excuse me, a rare suffix, if that makes sense. That's basically all it does. It just recolors a few things. It's not the base game itself, it's a mod. And there is a description in my other videos. I think, actually, no. Let me double check on that. Hold up. I think there should be a description, or in the description, I think I have the, whatchamacallem, the links. Yes, the links are down in the description. They're just small things. I mean, they're not like crazy cosmetic changes, just like little quality of life stuff.
I'll keep your stash.
Sorry, I got sidetracked there. So we want to put all of you guys in here. And I'm thinking we'll probably put this offhand in here as well, and then, of course, the shield. Yes, I will.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Definitely play some inventory Tetris with my stash tab there eventually, on my own time.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Let's just get rid of the rest of this stuff here. Oh. We do have a new metal. It's pretty good resistances. But we're gonna sell it. And then, something that I completely forgot to do.
Well spent.
Like misclicking all over the place. We did receive like one of the rare components here that I want to, I think, actually complete now. Spellwoven threads. So it's definitely caster based. I know I will investigate that at some later point in time, because I don't believe that it's something that I'm going to want to use. Used in hand armor. Okay. I mean, I don't know what other components actually specifically relate to the hand armors, just straight up. Because you got these other ones here that, like, you know, do multiple different types of armor. So I think I'm going to refrain from that for the moment.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Besides, it's one of those other things, too, that I don't want to really have to keep using What's-Her-Face to salvaging components and stuff, even though I know I'm going to be replacing those at some point. It's not really the value of it. I don't know. I guess maybe it is. Maybe it is the sell value. Because, you know, I'm going to sell the old version. What I'm trying to say is that, say, I've got the imbued silver, imbued into this gun, and I know this gun is not going to remain. I know I'm going to end up switching it out, so I'm going to always want to keep the imbued silver because it's a rare component and it's good and I want to use it, right? So when I go to replace this gun, I'm going to want to keep the imbued silver. And the one thing that I'm lamenting is that I don't get to keep the gun, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, what would I have done with the gun in the first place after I replaced it? The answer is that I would have went straight to the vendor and sold it. So all I'm losing out on is just its sale value. So we have no reason to go up there. Go up to any of this stuff. Except for the one big charger boss thing. So I think we're going to go over to the Arkovian foothills finally.
Kill the warden, eh? So one bastard killed another. Makes little difference when one survived.
You can't be serious.
Just keeping my good eye on the time bomb in our midst. Go about your way, Taken.
Fine then, sir. You know, something else I've been meaning to do. We're going to go to audio. I'm going to turn down the ambient volume. Because earlier when I was trying to explain stuff, I was just noticing, at least in my headset, that the ambient like wind sounds and stuff were pretty noticeable and annoying. And I know if I notice them, you guys probably notice them. So most of the monsters and bosses and stuff around here are going to be a joke. So I don't really need to do any kind of like border scraping to reveal all of the map because I've already done so. It's pretty much just clearing out the trashy monsters. I do kind of wish that this, I guess what would be Act 2, I really wish it was kind of scaled. Because you could theoretically repair the bridge before you completed all of Act 1, which is exactly what I did, which is what I suspect a lot of people actually really do. But it just makes, if you go through all of Act 1 and start off in Act 2 like this, I mean, it's just kind of not worth your time. Because these monster levels are so low, you're not really getting anything. Every time you load up the game, or you see a loading screen, it'll give you like a little like help hint type thing. One of them does mention that some of the rare components do not drop if the monsters are so many levels below yours. Yeah, I think I got up to this point here and I saw the civilians and I left them alone. But you can pretty much see where I left off. Stand back. I'm burning this shack down. My family does not need to suffer any longer in this horrible world. Nope. Not dealing with crazy. Oh, that's classic. Is your family in there? Are you insane? Well, we gotta be the good guy here. Stay out of this. It's for the best. So we got two different options here. Three options. You can't do this, or look, things are bad. We can empathize. We're gonna try to empathize. What hope is there left? Good people are dying, and the world is overrun with monstrosities we used to spook with our children with. I will not have my family suffer any longer. Others have managed to survive. You can too. Or I came from Devil's Crossing. It's safe there. Yeah, let's tell them that. Safe? What's safe anymore? We're safe out here once too. Look at this place now. We defend it. There is shelter and drinking water. Please join us. Perhaps there is a fresh start we needed. I really hope you speak the truth. All right, then. Take us there. I'll see you and your family there, all right? Cool. We rescued them. I'm guessing they're probably going to be in the upper tier, along with the other children. That would be my guess. Okay, we're starting to get into at least a little bit more appropriately leveled monsters. There's still two under mine. You know, it'd be really nice to find over here was the whatchamacallem, the Rift Gate. Very interesting. So we did get this piece of lore here. Pretty big note. And then a big nada. Ooh, look at that. +1 to Devouring Swarm. I don't know if that's actually worth our time, though. I mean, we would just be getting it for the +1 to Devouring Swarm. Yeah, I don't think so. By the time I actually start using that skill, that piece of gear is going to be so outclassed. Besides, I'm really trying to limit my pack rat aspirations. I have no idea where the hell I'm going, by the way. So if I'm like completely turning the wrong way, I wouldn't know it. Looks like there's multiple ways to go here, so right now we're just in exploration mode. Holy shit, there's a big ass boss over here. One thing I don't like about this game at all is like all of these fucking boss monsters and some of these just the regular like mid-tier monsters, I guess. They all have this goddamn rush skill. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why do they all have it? And this game's aggro mechanics are bullshit. They suck. My fucking pets are over there. They should have the attention of whatever they're attacking. But the moment I shoot one of these motherfuckers, one of these bosses, they automatically just lose their attention to my pets and gun after me, and then they start charging me with the stupid charge skill. Terrible design. Why? Why would you do that? Like, there's got to be... I would accept it, I think, if there was a mechanic in here that actually explained, I guess, threat percentage. Isn't there actually a stat in here? Let's take a look. I think that would help elucidate this situation. Okay, nothing there. So what I was saying earlier in the stream about these pet bonus stats is you absolutely shouldn't pay attention to the damage percentages and things, because apparently they don't get adjusted. Although there's like two different types of pets. I guess there's like pet scaling pets and then there's player scaling pets, where when you cast them they scale based upon whatever level you are, versus, you know, it would be the pet's level would be whatever the pet's level is. So anyways, what are we looking for? We're looking for threat, I guess threat. Or aggro percentage. So we got retaliation. I don't see it. I just don't see a stat here, but I swear to God, there's a stat in this game for threat. There is a threat mechanic, because there's pieces of gear that have modifiers on them that adjust the threat. I think there's actually some skills, if I'm not mistaken. I just wish it was displayed so I knew better. So it's like, if I know for a fact that my melee attack or my skill or whatever is going to make the monster change their aggro from my pet to myself, then I may want to just like lay off. And I wouldn't know that. It would just be a gamble every time. Unless, of course, I knew what my percentage was. Assuming that there is a percentage, which I think there has to be. There just has to be. Yes, I'm the type of person that would actually, you know, go into spreadsheets and shit and try to figure it out, but I don't even know where you would even glean such information from. I mean, I guess I would almost think you'd almost have to, like, just completely reverse engineer it. What are my fire resistance? Fire resistance at 71%. So if I equip these other ones, I'd be swapping out basically OA and DA for the fire resistance. I don't really care about the regen. I think we're gonna do it, because the flat OA and DA are usually strictly better. And then as far as all the other stuff, we are just fine. Trying to keep the camera angled in such a way that it's visually appealing to all of you viewers out there. I know that that would be a really big annoyance of mine if I was watching somebody stream and they had the camera constantly adjusted in some really wacky way. Like, for instance, you know, like, if we were, say, we had the camera positioned this way, but we were fighting down like this, I hate that. That's a pet peeve of mine. I just don't like to even play like that, so I try to constantly keep the camera moving. But, you know, I can be lazy. You just deal with it. You just kind of fall into the lull of meleeing monsters and whatnot. So truth be told, I think it's going to be worth our time to actually come back around. I think. So we'll go up and around. Also, to that person that was asking about the coloration of the items, I'm also playing with another mod called Ethereal Reshade, which, if you're looking at the world, all the environmental textures and whatnot, if they look, I don't know, a little bold, I suppose, it's because the Ethereal Reshade basically screws around with, like, the saturations and everything. So that's why it looks that way. And yes, the link is down below. I am playing with 3 mods. The item coloration thing isn't, I guess, technically a mod. I guess it's just really a tweak, since it just changes some system files for the game. Whereas the Ethereal Reshade, I think it actually works as a mod. And the third mod I'm playing with is supposed to be a really small audio modification where it's supposed to change the sound of legendaries and epics. It's supposed to change their drop noise, but so far I don't think I've noticed it. I think I've heard it one time, and that was a while ago. Because that doesn't make any sort of special noise. What if I just straight up dropped it? Yeah, it just makes the generic tink noise. Tink. So I'm not entirely sure that that mod is actually working. Drew Larkin. You there! Hear a dying man out, will ya? What happened to you? Backstabbed by my partner, only man I thought I could trust on this forsaken hellhole. We were traveling, cart full of scrap weed salvage from some rundown homes, when I guess the bastard decided that splitting the profits 50-50 wasn't going to cut it. He jumped me in the middle of the night and stabbed me right in the gut, made off with the loot and left me here to die. If you ever run into the man in a patchwork green jacket going by the name Isaiah, you cut him down for me. Will ya? Don't suppose he's got too far from the road, pushing the cart by himself. I will track down this partner of yours, sir. Become a vigilante. And I hate to say it, but I think I should almost go back to town, just simply so I can talk to that family that we saved. Because I'm pretty sure they've got their own starter dialogue, and they may actually have a quest, so... And the other thing is I did gain a level at one point. Oh, we're so close. I just hate going back to town. I hate casting the Riftgate when I'm, like, so close to the actual, like, area Riftgate.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Alright, I think all this stuff was just sellable. Yeah. The book, garbage, scythe is for sale. Also, I have to say that...
Put it to good use.
God damn, this game really loads you up with potions. This will be the second 100 stack in potions that I've gotten.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Crazy. I'm gonna have to keep it there because I'll only have 2 potions left. And I don't want to be stuck out there with my ass in my hand because I've already used those 2 potions and I'm desperately in need of a third. So I'll just keep the stack handy. Components look good. Let's see here. This was just other stuff. Although some of these... Yeah, so I want to take the rare components and definitely keep them here in my inventory. Although there's some of these that are... They have to be uncommon. I mean, they're definitely not common, and they're sure as shit not rare. Mutated scales, ectoplasm's another one. Corpse dust. Although we are finding more and more corpse dust. Consecrated wrappings. I'm going to keep all that stuff in here in my inventory. Or my stash. So I'm not carrying around. I mean, it's just only a couple of spaces, but it's still, I just want to maximize my space. Let's go talk to these peeps. And I was both incorrect and correct. While they are kind of close by these children over here, they aren't exactly in the same stall. Let's go talk to these kids first, and then we'll go talk to the other ones. Okay. Did you really make that warden go away? He is so scary. That I did. Wow, you're really brave. Thank you. Mrs. Constance says that you killed the bad man who is making all the monsters. Is it safe to go outside then? There are more monsters, but I'll take care of them. Well, can you please hurry up? Alex and I want to go out and play. Yeah, I'll get right on top of that child. Okay, let's deal with the kids first. Thanks for the new home. Daddy says it seems all better too. He always said that there were no more good people left in the world, but now I think he's wrong. Mila smiles at you. You're welcome there, kid. We weren't going to last much longer out there. We all knew it. Steven just snapped one day. If you hadn't arrived when you did, thank you. Well, you're safe now. Even though Elizabeth Skinner looks like her name... That doesn't look like a female to me. Those look like masculine features. Awful. I would like to thank you for talking me out of committing the biggest mistake of my life. We were struggling to survive and I got desperate. My family deserves better. Thank you for showing me that hope still remains in this bleak world. I would like you to have this. It's a small token of our appreciation. I hope it serves you well. Thank you, sir, and take care. So we get a